What's up, everyone? I'm the Classic Rocker, and tonight we are going to be working with basic controls. I'm going to try and see what it's like for somebody that has never used gyro or is just new to settings and just use only the basic controls and see what they really feel like, because I've never actually spent a bunch of time with that. I want to kind of see how that actually all works. So let's get set up here. And you guys can be a part of my little lab experiment here. All right. It is super, super hot. For some reason right now. What am I looking for? I need to get just regular, that's what I want. Regular battle royale. Okay. Yo, what's up, Good Dogs? Good to see you, man. Hope you had a great day, homie. Hope you had an awesome day. Okay. So let's turn advanced options off. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna have to screenshot these. Hang on just a second. A lot of Fortnite. Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. All right, let's take some screenshots here just in case. Okay. No, that's not the right button. Screenshot that. Screenshot that. And we'll screenshot that. Why isn't it letting me take a screenshot here? There we go. Screenshot that just in case. Okay. Screenshot that. Go. My brain just wants to understand how certain things are working, so we are gonna use only basic controls for the moment, just to see what it's like for somebody that has no idea about any of these other settings. Okay, so let's go to default here. And let's probably bump this to 2.0. Because see, there's not even an aim assist setting on the basic controls, so this is good. I just want to try to put myself in the brand new user's shoes for a moment and just see like if this is even how intuitive this actually is. I haven't experienced a lot of cheating, so I don't know what people are constituting as cheating, but it sucks if it really is happening. Okay, so let's put this to 1. Go 1 to 1. Put this to 5 because that's the default. And then we'll use legacy acceleration, or what's the default? Default is medium 2. Okay, so we'll go like that. All right, so this would be all the basic controls that somebody would see if they don't turn any of the advanced settings on. Let me just make sure I got this set up right. Let's go into a match, just a regular ranked match. I must do my work while on stream, because I don't have time to do it during the day. All right, so right now we are using 4 as the default for my stick settings, and then we're using just 1 for gyro settings, basically, at a 1-to-1 rate. Okay, so let's start with gyro off and just see, start it with the baseline so I can see how slow this actually is. Because I have a feeling that this is another reason why nobody's using gyro in Fortnite. I want to find out why. So I'm going to pretend that I am just a casual player that just never even heard of gyro, never even played Fortnite before, and I just turned it on to the default. So this is just all the default controls with no extra settings involved. Okay, let's get this chest. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. On default controls, I'm at 4 normal. It feels a little too slow, so I'm going to bump it to 5. Keep everything else the same. Hey, what's up, Landon? It'll be this Thursday, so just a couple more days, homie. We're almost there. so let's work this out here. Well, let's try 6. Okay, so that seems somewhat normal. Let's just work with that for now. You just live streamed. Awesome, man. I'm proud of you, homie. Good job. Keep up the good work, Landon. Oops, I don't know why I was trying to shoot that. Okay, there's people over here. Let's see what's up. Alright, let's see what this feels like close range wise. Okay, so you can definitely feel the aim assist there. Okay, so we need to turn this back to 5. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that needs to be, let's try 1.9. No, that's too slow. Alright, let's see what's up here. You just do what you do when nobody's watching. Do what you do. Nobody's watching. Do what you do. Okay. So this is probably about as playable as it'll get for me, I think, on basic stick controls. Let's just keep working it. Ain't that how it always goes? All right. Get out of my life. Hey, what's up, Voodoo? Good to see you, man. I am always enjoying myself. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm pretending that I am like a first-time user of the basic controls in Fortnite for sticks and for gyro to see what their experience is, as much as I possibly can, like trying to pretend like I've never played the game before. Because I think this is another reason why people are not using gyro. So this is my first match on, and I'm just going into regular non-ranked matches so that I can just kind of test gameplay and see what it's like. But this is just sticks only. Oh yeah, let me turn the overlay on. I always forget. So this is just sticks only right now, but it's on the basic controls only. So it's just, I have it set on 6 and 5. And you don't even have a way to turn aim assist on or off. It's just on always. And then my build sense is at 2.1. So I'm just getting acclimated to these to see what it feels like to play as like a first-time user, you know? Trying to figure this out, if it's intuitive or if it's difficult. And so far, this is pretty easy. And then I'm about to turn gyro on here on the next match and see what that's like, using the same basic controls for the stick, and just kind of get an understanding of what people are experiencing when they try to play for the first time without knowing anything. Like, I'm trying to pretend like I don't know anything about this game, you know, in terms of settings and stuff. Well, you decided to run away. It's your fault. But I got a feeling that when I turn the gyro on, that's where people go, never mind. Because if I can come up with some basic controls for people to try that are just starting out, I think that'll be a good thing. But so far, at 5 or 6 for my hipfire and 5 for my ADS, it's pretty playable. I mean, I don't like it, but it's playable. Oh, okay. Alright, so I was just a little slow on that. Alright, so now let's turn gyro on and just use it like it's default and see how that feels. Okay, that feels absolutely horrendous right there. So let's... Yeah, definitely aim assist is on. I don't know how Jib Smart missed it, man. I'm on the basic controls and my stick is literally sticking to the player. But, anyways. No, this is just pure basic controls to pretend like I am a brand new player to Fortnite to see if it's even possible to set it up in a way that's playable and enjoyable. And just to see what it behaves like, because I'd never actually tried it with only basic controls ever since I've ever played the game, you know? I might have tried it for like 2 seconds and then turned advance on, you know? But I want to see what people are actually feeling and experiencing when they play the game for the first time not knowing anything about how to set any advanced settings up, and they just opened the game, turned it on, and they said, okay, how do I make this go faster, right? So I'm just trying to pretend that I know nothing and see how far I can get in a regular match, you know, of course, because I know against ranked, I wouldn't stand a chance. So, but for the casual player, I want to see what is making them go, oh, this sucks. I'm not going to use this. Because there has to be a reason why nobody has just picked this up on regular controls either. Okay, so right there it was a little too much. And aim assist is to blame for that. I can tell you that right now. Aim assist is still active whether JibSmart says it or not. I'm on the basic controls right now, and when I was just on that guy using the stick, it just blew right past him because it got stuck from the aim assist. So that's the first thing to note. So second thing is the average person's going to go, oh, what the heck? That's weird. Maybe I need to turn my sensitivity down. So let's try turning it down. Because it felt like it was too fast trying to ADS in. And then when I got it on him, it got stuck and then it blew right past him. Because lo and behold, aim assist is still active. Okay, so that felt a little bit better by kicking it to 98. And then also my vertical to horizontal kicking it to 98 feels a little decent. So let's just keep working it and see if we can find some playable settings with gyro and stick basic controls. Because see, if I can make a video with just the basic controls and have like a standard template for people to follow, that will probably be one of the first ways that people start trying to get introduced to this, because right now they'll turn it on and have no idea what to fix, what to adjust. Okay, so that felt pretty decent right there. It stayed solid. It didn't skip. It was sticking like aim assist, but it wasn't like moving too fast in one direction or the other. So that was pretty decent. I just have the default acceleration on, which is, I think, is 2. All right, so let's see. So this is mainly going to be for those that just don't even care about any of the stuff I've been working on and just want to just turn the game on right away and start playing. Okay. Where are the peoples? Okay, here's a good test right here. Yeah, definitely aim assist is very active. I can feel it for sure. Even though gyro is on. Yeah, it just, I mean, it feels great in terms of it sticking to the person, but it's definitely active. Okay. What is this weapon? I've never even seen this before. Okay. Do I want any of these is the question. I guess I'll take this. Guess I'll take that. Okay, so 98, 98 seems to be pretty much rocking it if I want to just use basic controls only. Just right out the box. Did I hit him? Okay, I hit him that time. Yeah, you see the reason why it was moving like this is because that's how sticky it was, and I had to get it to move off of that. Because aim assist is still active. Yeah. I mean, I seriously don't understand how they missed it. The whole development team missed this. Impossible. Impossible. Aim assist is still on with gyro on. So then, after this, I'm going to go to ranked and see how this holds up, because this is playable right out of the box. 98, 98, 6, and 5. Those are the only 4 variables that anybody has to worry about, pretty much. Yeah, so right out the gate, I can almost say for a certainty that if somebody does some variation of what I've got here. 6 and 5 for sticks and 98 for gyro sense and horizontal ratio. It's playable. But there's aim assist, which is fine. Because another thing I'm going to have to do too also is test it like from a TV or test it from like a 60 hertz monitor and see, because most people aren't working with a 240 hertz, you know, they're working with a 60 hertz or a TV screen, which is even worse. Yeah, I just have to get the right amount of skip in there to account for the stickiness, and it just seems to land all my shots, so that's pretty decent. The only thing I really don't like about the basic controls is that the movement feels very square. Like I'm able to get to my spots, but I have to like draw a square instead of a circle to get there, is what it feels like. Yeah, but I should test it for the least favorable conditions, so that I can give people the way to set it up depending on their equipment. Because it feels, I remember I started on a TV and I didn't even know. I remember telling my son, you don't need a monitor, you can just use the TV. Like I literally had no idea how important it was to have a monitor. And that's probably how most people are. Most people have no idea. You know, and I've been playing video games my whole life, and I didn't even realize that. I thought a monitor was just for if you just wanted a smaller screen. But, you know, and I was pretty tech savvy too, you know, and I thought that. So... Where did he go? Oh, come on. All right. So let's go into ranked now and see how that holds up against a faster player. Oops. Because there's a guy that I talked to from the Gyro Reddit that I don't know if you saw his post the other day about a website that he's trying to make, which is going to be like a database for all Gyro games to have like a way to reference like what kind of settings you should have and how to play the game kind of stuff, depending on what game you're trying to play. So I was able to actually talk to him directly because I messaged him and had him call me. And what he was saying was that, you know, he's just a casual gamer and all he cares about is just trying to set up the basic controls just so he can just play. So that kind of got me thinking, okay, I should probably come up with basic controls that people can use. Because somebody like him would not be remotely be interested in even trying to figure out how to do any of the stuff I was doing. So I've got to take all of those things into account. Yeah, aim assist is definitely on, bro. I swear to God, I have no idea how they missed this. Oh, almost did that. Okay. So it's a little harder to keep up, obviously. But it's still controllable with just the basic settings. And I'm actually hitting shots that I would whiff sometimes on my settings, you know, but that's primarily because of the aim assist. Oh, well, I mean, whether somebody believes me or they don't, at this point, I really don't care. Because I know it's there, you know. If people don't feel it, it's fine. If they're able to play and they don't realize that they're hitting their shots because of the aim assist, you know, it doesn't matter to me. You know, I just think that it's interesting that it's definitely, especially if you just use the basic controls, no advanced settings at all, it's definitely there. Like, I just whipped into that shot, and it just stuck to his body. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's try it again. And I think that's the deceiving thing on it too, is that it's not necessarily a consistent sticking like you would feel with the gyro off. With the gyro off, it's like literally you know every time you feel it. But when the gyro is on, you feel a noticeable skip, and sometimes it's harder and sometimes it's softer. It's like it fluctuates. That's the only way I know how to describe it, is it's a noticeable, like, you feel it slow down for a second and then it speeds back up. That's what I mean by skipping, is that you're expecting it to just smoothly glide over that spot and it just kind of like hesitates and then goes. No, I'm saying to you for 100% fact, like, I would be willing to bet a million, cajillion, bajillion dollars, if there was that much money, that this is actually a thing. I'm not saying if, because I'm not sure. I'm 1000% for sure. It's just, I don't care if people believe me or not. The people that feel it are the ones that are going to benefit from what I have to say about it. And the ones that don't, they can just wonder why sometimes it feels sticky and sometimes it doesn't. Because, like, right now, it feels super sticky. And then depending on the situation, it'll feel looser. But, like, when I drag the crosshair with my stick over the character, it just gets stuck for a brief moment. But I would be willing to bet that's why people, depending on the situation and how they have their settings set up, even on the basic controls, that's why they're like, I don't like this because it doesn't feel right. Okay. See? Do you see how I just did that? That literally was a pure aim assist thumbstick move right there. It wasn't because I was aiming like I do with aim assist off and gyro on. It's the little nudge that you make because you know it's going to skip over, and then you just time the trigger pull. That was an aim assist aerial shot right there, using basic only controls. Okay. So now... Okay. So it's just a little too slow, but basic controls wise, I think that that's probably a real quick way to set it up. 98, 98. Everything else default. Let's just see what high 4 does. Okay, so that's harder to control for ADS because there's no ADS control on that. Okay, so let's go one more down. Oh, that feels even better at 96. So maybe 96, 98. It almost evens out the squareness of the stick's basic controls. Oh, what? Okay. So maybe it has to be 98. Let's just try again. So somewhere between 96 and 98, but probably just 98, 98 is easy enough. So that went much faster than I expected to do that, to check that out. All right, so let's put this back. So as long as they know what they're looking for in terms of how it should feel it's pretty easy to set those controls in a way that's playable right out of the box. They would just have to know how to adjust the angle on the horizontal ratio. Like, they would have to know why they would be doing that. Oh, why did you do that, you dummy? I just exploded myself. You dummy. Nope. I'm going to make a video about the default settings just so that there's something on record that shows that these are the default settings that will probably help you the most. And if you need to adjust it from there, this is how you adjust it, right? That'll be a very quick video because you're only going over 4 variables basically that you're going to be adjusting. So it's going to be for the person that doesn't want to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out how to make it the most accurate invention in the planet, right? They just want to play. So it took me a lot quicker than I thought. Oh, I didn't realize he was going to come through the back there. But 98, 98, 6, and 5 feel the best to me. But I could tell them in the video that if it's too fast, then you do this. If it's too slow, you do this. If it feels like this, then this is how you fix it, right? But it's just default. It's good for non-ranked. Like in regular ranked, it's a little bit harder to keep up. You know, but if somebody's just jumping into a regular match, those settings will get them by to at least hit some shots. You know, hit a lot of their shots actually, you know. Oh, did I turn steadying off? Yeah, okay. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't care anymore. Where the heck did you come from, homie? I didn't even see you. Oh! That's the power of Gyro, man. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Oh, what are you doing, bro? I thought I had my AR out for some reason, and I used my shotgun. This. bloom. And the recoil. I didn't control it right. Missed that. Mm. You know, I was looking at my placement in those tournaments, and as bad as I played, I made it to the top 200 a couple of times. I don't know how I did that, but that's just crazy to me that as bad as I played, I was in the top 200 in those tournaments. No, I know it's my best 4 games. I'm just saying that my highest score was 151, and I made it to top 200. So I just thought that was pretty bad, that I made it to top 200 as bad as I played. What? should have built something right there. That would have been a great concept. Well, that at least lets me know that if I can make it to top 200 in a tournament like that, that I should play a lot more aggressively and just see how far I can push that. Because I had no idea till I just randomly looked today. I was like, what? How did I make it to top 200 in that? Oh, dang it, I hit him for max damage. I hit him for max damage, man. I'll take it. Which way did he go? So confused now. So confused. Oh, that was... What the heck kind of edit is that, bro? Okay, I already used them all. Already used it all. Oh my gosh, bro. That's the power of Gyro right there, man. If I can just do this every single time I play, man. That's all I want to do. It's all I want to do. Hey, what's up, Mr. I? Yeah, I tried basic controls as if I was playing the game for the first time at the beginning of the stream. And I'm going to make a video here pretty soon about just the basic controls, so it'll be a much shorter, easier video to follow. Because, you know, most people are just going to want a quick, easy way to set their stuff up. And I never actually tried just the basic controls by themselves for longer than a second, you know, because I always adjusted them as much as possible ever since I could, you know. So that was pretty interesting because I was able to find some good playable settings right away on sticks and with gyro. Oh, somebody shot me from behind, bro. So anyways, I found some pretty decent, just right out of the box, you can get through a whole match and win it type settings. As long as you're not playing ranked. If you're playing ranked, it's a little bit too hard to keep up. But for just regular Battle Royale, .98 and then .98 for the vertical horizontal ratio on the gyro. Everything else default. And then 6 hip fire, 5 ADS for the basic stick settings. And you still get aim assist on the basic settings. Even with gyro turned on. They don't need to really do anything to it. They should just probably just leave it like it is. It's not that it has to be fixed. It's just people need to know that it's on so that they can turn it off if they want, you know. Honestly, I don't want them to change it because I like having the ability to adjust it, you know. But people do need to know that it's active, so if they don't want it, they can turn it off. Well, whatever the situation is, it doesn't really matter to me. I just, whether people want to test it or believe it's on or off, I'm going to keep telling people that it's there because it is. And they have the ability to choose to turn it, if they want to turn it off or not. But I can say for 100% certainty, I have no idea how the developers missed that it's actually on, because it is. It doesn't make any sense how they could think that it's actually off. It gives people that feel what I'm feeling and can't figure out what's wrong the ability to change what the problem is. Oh, I hit him for 153. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to see the value in it, you know? You can believe what you want to believe about it. I just know that I am 1,000 cajillion% willing to bet everything that I have that they missed it. And they don't have to change it, but people need to know that it's there so that they can adjust it, because there's people that are playing this and going, this doesn't feel right, and that's part of the reason why it doesn't feel right. Because it interferes with your aim when you have aim assist on, unless you have the gyro set really low. Like when I turned it up to 4, it was very difficult to aim with. Using sticks, not using gyro, right? I'm just talking about using sticks. While gyro is on. That's the only time that it matters, is if you're using sticks while gyro is on, then you need to know that you've got aim assist on it. How can I... I'm not the one that needs to conduct a double-blind experiment. You know, I know that it's there. You know, whether they believe it or they don't, these things can be adjusted. For example, if you watch Reet play, he plays with generic on his button layout. Why do you think that is? Because it feels looser on generic than it does on PS5. That's why. These things are in the game, but for whatever reason, they just say they're not. You know, so, but people need to know so that they can adjust it if they want. Or fix potential problems that they can't figure out where they're coming from, you know? That's fine if you want to do a double blind test. I don't have a problem with the test, man. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that whether there is a test or not, it's there. And people need to know how to turn it off or how to adjust it, you know. But I don't have to convince you, man. You know, if you want to believe that there's not, it's not there, then don't believe it. I mean, it's there. And if you don't feel it, then don't worry about it. You know, but other people need to know, you know, that it's there. And there's nothing that's going to make me stop saying that it's there because I know it's there. They didn't mean for it to be, but it's there. If I didn't have verifiable evidence in my gameplay and in my fingers, then I wouldn't even make a claim like that, you know. I literally know what I know, whether people believe me or they don't. Yeah, well, all I could tell you is that the evidence that gyro is not a thing for 3 years, and I'm the only one in the United States that's streaming gyro. There's a reason why that people don't understand it. It's because these things need to be made known, right? And there's a severe lack of attention to these things if they believe that they're not actually in the game. You know, I don't have a problem with them because I can adjust it and turn it off, but people need to know, you know. Because even with the basic controls, it's glaringly there. Like, you can feel it 1000%. I even hit a couple shots that should have been impossible for me to hit without aim assist actually kicking in. Like that aerial shot with the hand cannon that I hit earlier. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I literally felt it in my thumb. I was like, there's no way I'm hitting this shot, and it went poink right on the money. Because I felt the little skip and I timed my trigger pull just right. So as soon as it skipped, I pulled the trigger and then I hit the shot. You know? Well, see, the problem is that the only way that this can be tested, right, is for, or the only way that this can be proven, right, is if there's enough people to test, because it's going to be a percentage. I can tell you that much. There's going to be a certain percentage of people that say they feel it, and there's going to be a certain percentage that say that they don't, right? But all I could say is that whether it gets proven or it doesn't, the people that do feel it will need to know how to turn it off. You know, I'm saying that I could care less if the test came back and it said it's not there. I know that it is because I feel it. It's not a psychological thing. It's literally, it's a night and day difference thing. And the people that also feel something and then they switch the settings and they say, oh, wow, there is actually something there. They'll know how to adjust it, you know. So I'm saying it's irrelevant. Whatever the test comes out to be, people need to know that it's real, that it's there. But see, that's why it's deceiving. See, you don't understand because you don't feel it, right? It is not something that you feel like. It's like a glitch, right? Sometimes you feel it skip hard, sometimes you feel it skip soft, but there's always a skip. That's how I know that it's there, is that when it's on, sometimes it pulls harder, sometimes it pulls softer, but there's always something there. But regardless, the main thing is that we've got some playable basic settings. Yeah, I'm not saying your test is bad, man. I'm not even against the test. I would love to have the test. I'm saying that it's going to depend on the percentage or the amount of people that are testing it to really kind of determine whether or not it's going to be a thing or not. Because I know just based on this conversation, there's going to be people that feel it and people that don't. And so it's all going to be just dependent on the percentage of people that actually feel it. You know, it's very noticeable to me. I wish I would have drank those minis. Oh, dang it. I just got the wrong angle on him. What in the world did I just do to this guy? Hey, what's up, Kobe? It's me. Good to see you, man. How you been, homie? I don't know what I just did to this guy, but I just completely nailed him. We're doing good, man. Just chilling. Just having a good time. I did a little test earlier to see if I could find some just basic only controls that I can use to make a video and just kind of have something on record saying that this is what is probably the best way to set this up if you're only going to use the basic controls for both sticks and for gyro. Because I've never actually just tried the basic controls only and tested it for the sake of testing it. So it went a lot faster than I thought because there's only 4 variables. So adjusting those 4 variables made it pretty easy to kind of find some playable settings. Oh, that's awesome, man. You're on fire, bro. That's pretty cool, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Good job, man. What? Interesting. Yeah, I didn't try the legacy acceleration. I just tried the default at 2. And then I put it to 98. So 0.98 on the gyro sense, and then 0.98 on the vertical horizontal ratio, or horizontal vertical ratio, whatever it is called. So 98, 98, and then 6 on the hip fire, 5 on the ADS. And that's enough to kind of like barely keep up in ranked also. Okay. So let's try going here. Bro, it's like I feel like I got it sticking to the head, which is just incredible. Oh. Dang it. Couldn't get away. Oh, okay. Almost did that. We just chillin'. Okay, we'll do better next match. SMV, you're 7. Yeah, man, I'd love to see your footage, bro. If you've been on a streak where you just haven't done anything but win, all you do is win, 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 no matter what, I want to see that. Ooh. I never had that glitch before. Yeah, man. For sure. I'd love to see it. I think that'll be awesome. If I would have just went to the left, I could have found a gun. Ah. Well, you'll get it all sorted out. Ooh, there we go. Purple pump. Let's go. Oh, dang it, I just ran out of mats. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just picked YouTube because it was the most familiar to me. You know? I have a Twitch account, but I've never actually used it. It's just sitting there. Okay. So it's definitely not 0.7. throw. That didn't hit anything. Oh, that's cool. Oh! What a clutch play right there. So you don't normally use sticks, or are you trying to use sticks, I guess? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, if you're winning all the time without sticks, that's pretty impressive, man. Oh, good thing I saw this guy. Oh, okay. So that's why that's not right. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd love to see your gameplay without sticks. That's pretty impressive to be able to be winning all the time with no sticks. That's a video all by itself, man. I won Fortnite with using no sticks. That's a thumbnail right there. Yeah, I mean, I can't do that, you know. I don't even really want to. It's not my desire to play without sticks, but that's what I'm saying is that this thing's so wide open that you could create a video that's all about how you play with no sticks because nobody's doing it, right? So you put a video out that says, hey, I just won solo versus squads with no sticks. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Okay. onto something here. Let's see how this is going to go. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. I almost killed that guy. He had to have been like 1 HP. I'm just going to try something just for fun. Just for fun. Because that's what we're doing this for, is for fun. I can open the dang chest, bro. I'd like to get a shotgun, but I can't find one. There we go. There we go. Not tonight. What's up, Michael? Good to see you, ma'am. You know me. It takes me 3 weeks to win. Every 3 weeks, I'm good. Oh! I jumped right on top of her. Well, now I'm out of mats again. Bro, I had to time that just right. He was working me. He was working me. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will definitely do that the next time I feel a breakthrough or something, you know? Or something noteworthy to put on video. I'll call it Into the Gyroverse. Just for you, homie. Oh, why did you do it that edit? That was the dumbest edit to do. Ugh. Yeah, I just have to go at my own pace with this, you know? Every time I want to do something big and just make this thing go over the top, it just ends up taking me longer. So, I'm just gonna keep on just doing what I've been doing for the last 3 years, is just keep working it and working it and working it until I get it right. Because now I have this concept that I'm working on that if I can make it work, I'm going to call it continuous tracking, because it's like going from spot to spot to spot seamlessly. Right now I've got aim assist on so that I can just kind of use it as a frame of reference. But I've almost got it worked out to where I can just flip the gyro and I'm just going from spot to spot to spot seamlessly. Yeah. Yep. I just gotta keep working it. What is the lead time on this bullet? I don't understand. I'll probably have to play with this in the pit just to see what how much further you have to go than the target to actually hit it. Because I felt like I should have hit at least one of those shots. But anyways, what I'm wanting to do in an attempt to try and recreate what the Japanese pro is doing on very slow settings is I want to be able to just barely pivot everything. Oh! I want to be able to barely pivot to make all of my edits and my aiming adjustments so that my camera just stays as straight as possible. And then only flip it when it's time. Okay, so that was pretty good reference. I'm going to turn this back off now. Oh, I almost killed myself right there. Okay, I'll take that. That's good. Okay. So it's got to be just like barely in front. That's what it seems like. Oh, come on, you dummy. I just whiffed that shot. So let's try little pivots. Little pivots is what I'm going for. Oh, you gotta be kidding me that I couldn't nail any other shots there. That was just terrible. That was fun. No, that's definitely crap right there. Okay, I see what's happening here. I don't know how I survived that, but I did. I just gotta make it to these chests over here. What gun did he just kill me with? What sniper was that? That he could shoot it that fast? Come on, man. This is how we do it. That's actually probably a better name for the podcast than Gyro Labs is Into the Gyroverse. That's probably what I'm going to end up naming the podcast is Into the Gyroverse. Because gyro is such like a multi-universal thing. better. That's much better. What? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let's try that again. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I looked at the time exactly at 2:22. It must mean something. Okay. So maybe slowing that down is going to help it not to whiff anymore. What a shot. What a shot. Oh, come on. almost did that. Keep that moving. That was great, man. That was incredible. Oh! Wow, man. Okay, we might be onto something here. This concept of continuous tracking, bro. Thank you. What? Somehow he got underneath me. Oh, come on. Same guy killed me. Yeah, I'm definitely onto something here, man. Definitely onto something. Oh, I hit him for 35. Okay, we gotta go again. We're on to something here. It's 1,000 kajillion%. Be-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. How did this guy get all of the heisted weapons? He must have bought them. I didn't know you could buy those. Because there's no way you just found all of them. All right, here we go. All right, I'll take it. Yeah, I think we're onto something here, bro. We may have stumbled onto something great with the concept of continuous trekking. Here he is. Oh, except for right there. See, that's what I'm trying to stop. I don't know what is happening when that whiffs right there. See, hip fire by itself is good, so it's got to be my ADS. So let's focus on that. Yeah, hip fire is just like monster great. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on with the... Here, let's bump this to 86 and just see how that goes. Or actually, no. Let's go to 40. Okay, so it's not 40. Let's go. Let's go 32. That's a good question. Let's try it. Oh, I couldn't get it timed fast enough. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm going to put it on 1, which is basically the same. But actually, I'm going to put zoom scale sensitivity off. Because that'll keep it the exact same motion as my hip fire. If I turn zoom scale sensitivity off and then have my ADS at 1, let's just see. You may be onto something, TSF 1000, because it feels so sticky right there. Yeah, you may be onto something with that, because I turned zoom scale sensitivity off and put it at 1, and it feels very similar to my hip fire, but I'm having the advantage of my stick being slower on my ADS for the sense on the stick, so it feels even more like aim assist right there. So we'll find out. That might be the answer. Who knows? Yeah, ever since I saw that Japanese guy's gameplay the other day, I've been like, okay, I want to try and see if I can copy some of that. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. I need to try. Close range is where the real test is going to be, because that's where it always screws me up. Oh, wow. Big lightning and thunder right now. I was like, what in the world was that? Also long range. That may be where the problem is going to be if I doing it this way, is that long range might be bad, but we'll see. Okay, I still haven't even had a chance to try my ADS yet. So let's keep rocking it. Okay. That was almost perfect. Let's try this again. Close range was pretty much money almost. When I was ADS in, I was able to just keep it on him. I just don't know how long range is going to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta try again. You're onto something, TSF 1000. I think you are. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. perfect timing, man. Yeah, it's 0.16, and then I've got a 20 accelerator or acceleration multiplier on it. So it gives me short accuracy, but then fast flipping. That's why I call it gyro lock with fast flip, because it's very tight on the window like this, unless I really flip it hard. But long range, I'll find out here if having zoom scale sensitivity off and keeping it at 1 is going to be usable. That was pretty well played right there. I do have to say. I do have to say that was pretty well played. Oh, okay. So I might actually want to go up 1. Let's go to 1.1. It felt like it took too long to get to where I needed it to go right there. Oh, I couldn't go fast enough. Okay, come on. That wasn't smart. All right, we tried again. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, that seems to pull over pretty well. So let's try long range. It's just a smidge off on long range, but we'll see for sure. Oh, I went underneath my ramp somehow. Okay. Come on. All right, we'll try one more time. One more time, and then I have to go to bed. All right, here we go. can't catch a break, man. Come on. Okay, so it needs to be a little, even a little faster. Well, I'm going to try one more time. Okay. Last match. Let's see if TSF 1000 has the magic formula for me. Okay. One more try here, and then I gotta go to bed. Well, shoot. I wanted to really give that a try, but I'm just too tired. So, all right.